Well, hi. This is a departure from my usual videos. Received this record recently from music from the Greek islands, Zorba the Greek. So the first thing is, what am I going to play it on? Well, maybe that, an Edison standard phonograph? No, it won't fit on there, will it? That's designed for cylinders, so that won't work. Well, maybe. No, that won't do. Wrong type of needle, far too heavy tracking, wrong speed. Couldn't play it on that either. Maybe we need something a bit more modern. Okay, let's go for an original Dansette Popular. What's the problem with that? Well, actually, it's got a mono stylus, and we need a stereo or stereo compatible, because the Zorba the Greek record is stereo. So let's go on to an alternative. This is a Fidelity HF35, which is exactly the same model as the one I had when I was a teenager. This is the first record player that I'm going to show you that would actually play that record fine without damaging it. It's got a stereo compatible cartridge and a proper needle for stereo, and it would play it fine, but it is a mono record player and the record is stereo. So how about a dreaded Crosley type suitcase player? Well, it is actually stereo and it has got the right stylus. The tracking's rather on the heavy side, but it's still fine. But the only thing is it's not that good a quality. This record player cost me £23 new. It's not really a very good thing. I use it for playing old tatty records, but Zorba the Greek's in good condition. I don't want to play with that. Well, I have got something a bit more advanced, and this is very old-fashioned looking, but I've actually fitted a stereo compatible cartridge to this, and the tracking's slightly heavy on the heavy side than it should be, but it does work fine, and it wouldn't damage the record. But although that's a nice record player that features in some of my videos, it's not the one I'm going to plan to use, because again it's mono, and to produce this record properly we really want stereo. And I thought I'd rather not use something modern, so I don't really want to use the suitcase record player. So that moves me on to what I'm actually going to use, and these are only some of my record players, by the way. But what I've got here, if you can see it, I think the spots in the background is actually a Dalek, but this is a dual 604 direct drive turntable, which is from the late 70s. I've owned this from new, and I have actually got an adaptation to it so that it will play 78s as well, but it's fitted with the correct stereo stylus, the original dual cartridge, and but I managed to get a recent stylus for that, so that's fine. It's even got strobe on it, so I can set the speed to exactly right, and then that will feed into a JVC tuner amplifier. And this one is a JRS201L, which again is the same model as I had when I was in my early 20s. And this is not the original one that I had, but this is exactly the same model. And that works fine. I put new filter caps in it, but much of the rest of it is original, and it works fine. And that will come out through Wharfdale speakers. So that's the equipment I would choose to play it on, because it won't damage the record. It will produce it properly in full sound stereo, and that's that. So far so good. Now more about how I obtained this. Right, if I take the record out of its sleeve, I'm going to put the camera down. you can see, well, it's got some writing on here. The Mancave Workshop, and the date 21st of November 21. Here's the guy who kindly donated this to Mr. Radio Cruncher here. There we are. And it says, congrats Timothy, all the best, Graham. And it's dated the 23rd, it should actually be the 24th of December 21. Now, the reason was that this was a giveaway on Radio Cruncher's channel, and we'll put down certain keywords in response to a video, and I was picked out for this record, so I was quite pleased as I collect records and have quite a few record players, etc., that to actually get this. And here's the card he sent. Radio Cruncher, Graham Stevens. So it's well worth a look at his site, and also the Mancave site. Interesting videos there, and Graham does some wonderful live streams. If anybody's interested in radio repair and restoration or amateur radio, there's a very, very good channel to watch. So what about playing this record? Well, let's just see if I can put the camera down somewhere. Right. So side 1, track 1. There we go, volume set to something reasonable that won't annoy the neighbours, and lower the stylus. And then take it off again because of blooming copyright. Okay, but I hope you enjoy watching this video and some of the various machines that I have to play records on. And thanks for watching.